I think this is the only one lake which is there in Jayanagar for boating and all.
I know there is boating.
And boating also pretty good for enjoying the nature.
Main is boating idರಲ್ಲಿ. So ಜನರು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ different activities they can come to this lake and enjoy.
Every lake should have a boating facility so that we can enjoy.
To its visitors, Yedir seems to be synonymous with boating. But Yedir Lake is so much more than that. When it comes to water stories, Bengaluru is at the forefront of unique water bodies and systems. And with an extremely rich and vibrant past, Yedir is one of the most historic lakes in Bengaluru. What do the visitors of Yedir know about their water? Let's find out.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I think I know like 9. No.
Not really sure. I think this is kind of one of the oldest lakes in Bangalore, but I'm not really sure.
So ನಾನು ಕೇಳಿರೋ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಓಲ್ಡೆಸ್ಟ್ ಲೇಕು ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇದು ಹೊಯ್ಸಳ ಡೈನೆಸ್ಟಿಯಿಂದನೂ ತುಂಬ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ಪಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅನದರ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಏನಂದರೆ ಶಾಂತಲಾ ದೇವಿ ಶಿ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಕ್ವೀನ್, ಶಿ ಯೂಶಲಿ ವಿಸಿಟ್ಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಲೇಕ್ ಅಂತ ಐಡಿಯಾ ಇತ್ತು.
Yedir Lake is said to be around 1400 years old. The most famous historical anecdote about this lake narrates that Queen Shantala Devi of the Hoysala dynasty used to visit this lake regularly. It is said that she would stay overnight at a nearby Dharmachatra and would provide food for hundreds of fellow devotees.
कौन सी रिवर से कर्नाटक में पानी आता है? कावेरी रिवर.
Kaveri.
Most of the time drinking water comes from river, then it goes to reservoir which is made by government or some public sectors.
Bengaluru receives water from the Kaveri river. But the process of transporting the water from Kaveri to Bengaluru is no small feat. Since Bengaluru lies 900 meters above sea level, the Bangalore Water Supply and Sewerage Board pumps 1400 million liters of water up 1500 feet to reach the city. This is the biggest water pumping undertaking in all of Asia, and it happens in stages. The water is first diverted from the Krishnaraja Sagar Dam over the Kaveri to Shiva Anekattu over a distance of 95 kilometers. From there, it reaches Shiva Balancing Reservoir at a distance of 2.5 kilometers and then a further 7 kilometers to TK Halli pumping station. After treatment, the water then goes to Jakke Gaudana Doddi pumping station, Harohalli pumping station, Tataguni pumping station and Vajarahalli distribution point, which is a cumulative distance of 74 kilometers and a height of 455 meters.
I hardly drink water, so there I've saved a lot of water.
Like for a day we use like half water.
Maybe around 5 liters. I don't know.
Including the bathing, everything, drinking, everything, maybe 100 liters.
50, minimum 50 liters.
One lakh of liter.
100 10 liter. What is that unit? I'm not sure.
ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲಿ ದಿನಕ್ಕೆ ಸುಮಾರು 2500 ಮಿಲಿಯನ್ ಲೀಟರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
Bengaluru uses about 2,632 million liters of water in one day. The amount of water supplied to the city is much less than that. Alternate methods of collecting water would help with the impending water crisis.
Especially during heavy rains or something, a lot of the useful water gets wasted. Even though it's compulsory to have rainwater harvesting in most of the new houses that are getting constructed, but I think people are not much aware of it.
I mean, we're seeing the impact what we're having on the environment, like global warming, climate change, everything. So I think it's very important that we preserve lakes. Not only lakes, all forms of nature. I think it's important we preserve them.
I think people should start exploring places like lakes and parks more, because we are in Bangalore. We can see many lakes. So I would like people to go at least for walk and relax their minds in lakes, because we have it compared to other cities. So I want people to use what is there, and that's how we can create awareness to the next generation as well.
Lakes are important for migratory birds and a lot of species of animals and plants which are useful for the ecology. But if the lakes are not really well developed, or they've just been used to create a tourist attraction for humans, then I think that it's not that helpful for birds and animals or plants.
It goes without saying that this lake is a timeless treasure. Cherishing it in its natural form is the first step we can take to keep it around for another 1,000 years.